Hello, this is David Childerley and welcome to mygenie.tv. Now during this session we're going to be looking at the law of attraction, the power of thought combined with the emotional freedom technique. Now during this session I really want to take a few minutes of your time to talk to you about how you can benefit from learning EFT or the tapping technique. You see, there's been a lot of publicity recently about a key field called The Secret, where it explores the universal law of attraction, the power of our thoughts, the fact that we become what we think about most. So the law of attraction really is about your thoughts, your feelings and your actions. When they all fire off together, you can create the life you want. But what I find is most people sometimes have the thoughts, but they don't always have the feelings. Sometimes people have the feelings, but there's no action. And really, to create the life you want, you really need three key things firing off simultaneously. You need to be firing on all cylinders like a finely tuned Ferrari. You need your emotions. You need to be in a good emotional place. You need to have powerful, concentrated and focused thoughts of really what you want and what you want to achieve in your life. And third, and the most important thing, is you need the action. You need to actually take some action and put all of these thoughts and all of these feelings into progress. Get the momentum going. However, what I find with most people is that there's usually one key component missing. They read about the law of attraction, they watch some good films, maybe you've watched The Secret, but then when you try to manifest your dreams, when you try and take that journey of self-discovery, you find that you don't feel great about yourself. You find that you have blocks, or maybe you just give up too easily. And the key thing with the law of attraction is before you take that journey, you need to feel good about yourself, and you need to release all of the emotional baggage that you've collected since birth. Now, how can we release this quickly? We can use EFT tapping techniques. Clearly, it's the most amazing technique that I've ever discovered, and it promotes rapid change really quickly. So my suggestion is to take some time out and learn about emotional freedom techniques. Then you can really create the life that you want. Now, emotional freedom technique is based on the body's energy system. We have an energy system, and when we experience negative emotions growing up, such as fears, stress or anxiety, then it disrupts the body's energy. And we can release or neutralize that energy. We can balance our energy so that it raises our vibration. And as our vibration raises, we become emotionally well balanced. We feel happy, we feel love, and we are at peace with ourselves. So what we do with EFT is we choose a setup statement. Now, it's usually an affirmation of something we want to release or something we want to enhance. The techniques I'm going to be teaching you initially on mygenie.tv are the release the past techniques. This will help you get rid of anger, stress, anxiety, ill health, you name it. Whatever's bothering you currently in your life, you can clear it extremely quickly using EFT. And we start by tapping the acupuncture point on our fleshy part of our hand called the karate chop. Now we tap that lightly with our fingers whilst we repeat an affirmation 3 times to ourselves. Then we follow key acupuncture points around the body, and as we do this we think about what's bothering us, and as we do that and we continue to tap, it neutralizes the feeling that's attached to the memory, because every memory you have comes with a feeling. Some of those memories have good feelings attached and some have bad ones. You see, I focus on 2 areas, 2 key emotions, those that feel good and those that feel bad. And if the majority of your current emotions are bad, EFT tapping technique can help you seriously release those blocks quickly. Then you can feel great about yourself, your future, your opportunities, and you can then create the life that you want. So all you simply need to do is learn some simple tapping routines and you can really create the life that you want. Now, mygenie.tv is an online video library of EFT tapping techniques where you'll join myself and I'll be your video coach. Now, we've got a huge database, the largest on the internet, of EFT tapping techniques. You'll not only be practicing these techniques with myself, but a whole host of other leading success coaches. So I urge you to check out mygenie.tv, and it's been a pleasure to have shared this information with you. My name is David Childerley. and I look forward to being your personal video coach on mygenie.tv.